So here the thing is the global variable which is defined z. So if I want to go with differentiation, then you go with keyword called global also. Means if I want to define z for local variable also, here if I get some z equal to some 10, if I set z equal to some 10, and here I am going to define the print some z equal to comma z. If I execute it, I got x5 y2 z10, x5 y2 z10. Inner x5 only. When it comes to outer, z equal to 5 I'm getting. Why? Because this z is different and this z is different. So if I want to define both same, means if I want to define both as same, then and I want to differentiate both, then just you go with global. So here if I said okay, directly you need to define there itself. So if I want to make it as a global, if I said global, then it will be considered as global only. And the value, whatever you have, you can use it. Here, if I said z equal to 100, it will be affected. So I said global z, means whatever z I am using here, it is global. So you no need to mention it. But if I said something, then we can use it. So global keyword is there. Others directly you can say. But when we use to global, when you suppose to use global is, if you want to do any modifications in here, so if I didn't mentioned global, and if I said z equal to 200, it will not be affected to global variable. So when you want to use keyword global is, if you want to do any modifications on global variable in this inner function, if you want to do any modifications on global variable in this inner function, then you should use global. So if I said global z, then it will consider the below z is global. If you didn't mention, then it will consider it is local only. So that is about LEGB rule in Python. Next, we'll discuss about the topic is comprehensions. So Python is having 4 types of comprehensions, and these are list comprehension, dictionary comprehension, set comprehension, and generator comprehension. So why we are going to use comprehensions means, if you want to do anything based on the sequences, so if you want to do some process on list, if you want to do some process on dictionary, if you want to do some process on sets, or else if you want to do some process on generators, then we go with comprehensions. Means, for example, so I'm having one list. In that list, it may contain some values, but I want to retrieve only even numbers. So for that, you suppose to write one logic. It may contain some 3 to 4 lines of code. But if you are using comprehension, it will reduce or it will process the total in a single line. For example, I'm going to explain the thing. So assume it, I'm having the list, some list 1 is there. So I'm containing some data, and I want to find out even numbers in the given list. And I suppose to add that even numbers into another list also. So I'm going to define another list, some list 2, which is empty list. So what I'm going to use for some v in list 1. So if v percentage 2 equal to 0, then list 2 dot append of v. So when I saw list 2, it's having only even numbers. So here I wrote some one for loop, one if statement and everything. And I used append method also. So when I using append method, it may take some wastage of memory is there, some time processing will take. So to avoid that one means to do such type of operations on sequence numbers, means sequence lists. It may be list or set or dictionary. So then you go with comprehensions. Just comprehensions are used to speed up the process, that's all. So it is not compulsory to use, but most people will give preference to comprehensions only to do such type of operations. Means if you want to do some operations on sequences, then they will prefer comprehension. So here in Python, we are having 4 types of comprehensions: list comprehension, dictionary, set, and generator. First, we discuss about list comprehension. So this list comprehension will return list only. So if you done any comprehension, it will return list only. So why we are using? To simplify the process on the given list. So just now I saw to find out the even numbers, to get the even numbers, what I did, I created one more list. And I added with the help of append method. So I picked even numbers and I added with the help of append method. So here two additionally I did, creation of list and append method. So these two will avoid here. So the list comprehension will be in this format. Some output list equal to square bracket output expression, means some expression what you are going to apply on the given list. Okay, for variable in list. So whatever expression you are going to apply will apply here, means operations. For example, I want to square the each number, then this process will go here. So square process will go here. For variable, normal variable in input list, the list variable. And next, this is optional. So if you want to filter the data, instead of getting all information, if you want to filter, means just now I saw that, so the list contain the total values, but among these values I picked only even numbers, means I filtered the information. In that situation, you go with if statement. Okay, so we'll go with some examples on list comprehension. So I'm repeating that list comprehensions will use it to reduce the code and reduce the process time, that's all. So if you want to do any operations on the given list, then you go with list comprehensions. So this is the syntax of list comprehension. So list comprehension will return list only. So that list will be stored in output list, and we're having some expression, then after for loop and if statement is there. So we go with an example. So just now I saw that I'm having the list. L1 is there. L1 list 1 is there, and I'm deleting list 2. So list 1 contains some data. So I want to perform square of each element in the given list. So generally we go with for loop, but it will take some time. So you need to write for loop, and the number of lines will be there. We need to create another list, and we need to append. Everything is going on. But when you apply list comprehension, these all things will reduce. So list comprehension, first output list I am taking equal to square bracket expression. What I am doing? I need to perform square. So means some x into 2, means x will pick one element from the given list, and that will be squared. So for x in list 1, it is executed. When you go with list 2, we can get square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. So in a single line, I processed my request. So this is an advantage of list comprehension. So list comprehension is also generate one iterable object, that is list. It returns the list only. So if I want to check type of list 2, it is list. So this is an advantage of list. So list comprehension. For example, I want to apply if statement. If statement I want to apply, we can apply it. For example, I want to store only even numbers. Then similarly, some list 2 equal to list 2 equal to. So I want to store only numbers, and just I want to store the element itself. So simply X I am keeping. I am not doing any calculations here. X space for X in list 1. If X percentage 2 equal to 0. So it will pick X when it will pick X and it will store into list 2 when if satisfies this given condition. If it satisfies the given condition, means if X equal to, if X percentage equal to 2, if this condition is satisfied, then only it will store that X value into list 2. Otherwise, just it will vomit. So we'll check it. So when I execute this one, list 2 is generated. It is having 2468. It is having 2468. So, and here we can apply the map, other thing, everything we can apply based on the situation. So we can apply for zip functions or else map or reduce, some other, everything we can apply. The logic, whatever you want, you can work on that one. So this is the process. So for example, I want to perform square of only even digits. I don't want go with odd numbers. If even digit is there, then only I want to perform square. Otherwise, just I want to leave it. Yes, we can write. So similarly, some list equal to X into so here I need to write in different way. Okay, so this is about list comprehensions. So we can perform different types of process on list comprehension. So this is another example which shows some square of numbers which is generated range. So between 1 to 10 means it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whatever the values which we got in range, it will be squared and it will be stored into list using comprehension. So this is about list comprehension. So if you want to do any operations on list with the help of list comprehension also we can do. So it will reduce the execution time and number of statements also. So maximum people who are writing Python, who are expert in Python, if you want to perform anything on list, they will prefer list comprehension only. Okay, so this is about the today class and we'll wind up. And today we don't have, evening we don't have any class. On Monday we'll have, and tomorrow by 10 o'clock you are having one small exam. So in this exam total 30 questions are there and 20 are multiple choice and 10 you need to write the option answer descriptive answer is there. Okay, so today evening I will share the link, and tomorrow by 10 o'clock you can start the exam. So by 10 o'clock only it will activate. Okay, and one more thing is uh, so, and one more thing is time is having actually 30 minutes, but I will give 45 minutes to you. So after completion of 45 minutes, automatically form will close. So try to submit within 45 minutes. If you submit, then only, means if you click submit, then only exam will going to over. Otherwise, it will be cancelled. So having 45 minutes only. At any cost, you need to click submit within 45 minutes, and then after it will be closed. So it is not possible to write again exam, and the exam is also cancelled. Okay, yes, I will show the diagram. And what is the example of nested function? Nested function is nothing but defining the function within a function. So in our example itself, we wrote inner and outer. So inner function is outer function is there. Outer function is main function. Inner function is the function which exists within inner function, within outer only. So if you are trying to call inner function in some way, it doesn't execute. I will show an example. And this is a diagram. So local scope is there. Enclosing scope. In enclosing scope, local scope is also, means local variables also can work. In global scope, so these two also will work. And built-in means the built-in variables all will come here. So they can use in any way. So I will show an example of nested function. So yes, here, this is an example for nested function, means function within function. So here I'm having outer and inner is there. So assume it, if I'm trying to call, this is one statement. Okay, so here I'm trying to, when I call outer function, it will execute it. The output is x equal to 5, y equal to 2, z equal to 100, x equal to 5. But if I'm trying to call inner function, if I'm trying to call inner function, it doesn't work. Name inner is not defined. Why? Because inner function will work within outer function only. Why? Because it is defined within in inner function. So inner function is defined with outer function. That's why this inner will work within outer only. So within outer means in this block. Within outer means in this block. When you observe indentation, here it will work. Here it will work. If I define inner here, it doesn't work. Why? Because it is out of outer block. Okay, this is an example for inner function. So any doubts? So list comprehensions plays the main role in Python programming. So maximum users are using list comprehensions only. And you can find some complicated problems in list comprehension. So just you Google it. So complicated examples on list comprehension. So then you will get different examples there. And maximum, so interviewers are expecting some logical programming from you. So they may ask to write some palindrome number program, and they will ask to write prime number program, and they will ask to write some different examples. Okay, you should able to work on these things also. So they will try to logical exposure from you. So how much logically he is having logical knowledge, programming knowledge, they will check. So try it, if possible, try to write your own programs and like palindrome number programs or prime number programs. So into Python with the help of loops and these all things. So again, someone they asked in one interviewer, they asked find the prime numbers in the given list. So we are having list, and you need to find the prime number. So these all things will done once you done practice. Do practice. The topics itself is simple, but if you do practice, then you can get the complexity of and main use of that topic. So simply I said 2 examples for list comprehension, but if you do practice, you can do more, and you can get complexity of that means where you can feel that list comprehensions will be helpful to you. Okay, so just to practice, then you can get all the things well. So still any doubts are there? Okay, so I will conclude